Hi, it's Karen.
And Tim.
From Stamping on the Back
I
Porch.
usually, in an obnoxious way, I jump in, but I wanted Karen to have the first word. So.
And welcome to another Thursday Facebook Live. It is the last day of 2020.
Finally.
The year we stayed at home from March on. So tomorrow we're going to be back at 1 o'clock. We're going to spend the first day of the new year sharing all this wonderful happy mail we've gotten from you guys. I said, just this fabulous community. There's too much to share today and then share other things. We thought, let's start the new year off right, hanging out together. So we appreciate you spending this time with us. Good morning, Juanita, Renee, Hallie. So a bunch of you, Jan, wonderful. And then a reminder, voting is up on my website. You just go to KarenTitus.com and I'll put a link on here. We did, I don't know, a couple days ago, 10 different cards with really simple layouts that are perfect for using Designer Series paper shares or just cutting your own paper. But I had a few of these left. So we're just going to draw some names from comments and send out. This is how the 4x6 paper shares get. You can still order. I'll put a link to that too. Lots of announcements. And what am I doing? This is the 4x6.
This is nothing.
Oh, that's nothing to do. I know, 2 cameras. We're still learning, but you know, we'll be learning for a year. It'll take us a year to master this. This is how 4x6 shares come. With 4x6 shares, you get fewer papers. You have to pick which side because you get the card bases. So it is perfect for those of you who don't have lots of different colors of cardstock, because then you get coordinating bases. And some people tell me they are much more likely to use it when the paper's cut this size. The other option are 6x6. You have both options, and you can always cut those to 4x6, and then you get double the paper, but no cardstock. There's also ribbon, embellishments. You know, you just want to check it out.
So much.
And I think Renee says Tim just doesn't want anything covering his face. Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, he wants it all. It's great. Thanks, you guys, for sharing. So we are going to switch here. This is January's host code, and I know that starts tomorrow. But
Is that upside down for them? Is it?
Yeah, I think, you know, this is hard to figure out, isn't it?
I know.
And so we're looking for sentences. You guys can start putting in sentences. This really starts tomorrow, but if you happen to place a long...
and the first word is not cuss.
Yeah, could be, couldn't it? There, cuss twos. But if you place a last minute order today, it's totally fine if you use this or the other. I mean, it doesn't matter. You still get credit in terms of the gift you get from me based on the actual date it was put in. And of course, for those of you who wonder, if you forget the host code, that doesn't matter either. You know, it's just here. It's nice if you use it.
Cuss to.
I'll send Tim to the other room and he can start working on this now.
ZBQU.
Okay.
It's got to be a new word.
Well, there's a barbecue in there. I see. I'll see. Okay. Okay. We're going to set that aside. And okay, I did put out, and it was fun to see. Some of you were guessing which were going to be my 5 favorites. Now, you guys know, honestly, I can't pick 5 favorites. It is really kind of my favorite 5 today. But you know, I'm going to be covering all the bundles over time. So I picked 5 because bundles are just the way to go. The first 2 that we're going to use, I picked on purpose because these are the 2 that we're going to be using in the online retreat later this month. And I will also put a link to that. The link for that is up. And the thing that's fun about the retreat, we're calling it Ice Cream in the Art Gallery. So now you know that too. But I love to pick things that are diverse. So we get a variety of cards, and I love to have one be a punch. I also designed these so that if you don't buy the bundle, but you buy the supply list, you really could substitute something else that you have at home. So, you know, it's just meant to be whatever. And there are 3 ways to get the retreat. There is an online only option. So it doesn't even matter where you are in the world. You can join us online. And then I put out, you'll get a list of all the things to have prepared. Oh, I'm dropping things because I'm talking with my hands. Or there's an option to get the supplies all cut for you. You get everything that you make minus things nothing is stamped, but you could substitute your own or create your own out of these. That works. And then you also can add on, I keep dropping.
I'm going to hold it for you.
You can also add on the stamps, the bundles with no extra shipping. So anyway, 3 options. So check that out. We'd love to have you join us. We have lots of drawings, fun things. It is really a retreat, which means we kind of spend the weekend together and there's a lot of questions. It's a little different from my regular classes because we spend more time together, and it basically includes 4 classes. And then we do a lot of drawings and questions in between. So anyway, let's get started. Oh, see, now we never know how this is going to be. So Tim, it goes just like this. So that's really interesting.
I think from when I started to how it ended, I think it changed.
And so,
but let's not start over.
No, no, we're learning. But in general, we're liking the system. It's just that we need to learn to get all the kinks worked out. But I think in general, we don't have issues with sound. So anyway, I'm taking the art gallery, and none of what I'm showing today, these are not what we're making in retreat. Those are all the surprise, you know. And I'm going to first kind of make my layered thing. Now I always talk about doing a 1/4 inch. This time I went down a 1/2 inch, but that's still like a 1/4 inch. You know, you're just looking at these smaller amounts. So my base card is regular, 1/2 a sheet of cardstock. This piece is 5 inches by 3 3/4. And then we're going a 1/4 down from that. So this is going to be 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And this piece is from one of the 5 paper packs you get if you buy the starter kit. Just one of the many advantages to that. It comes in all the different colors. And I thought I'm using this on a couple of cards today. So this would be one of those. I think they are just lovely. Yeah, this feels like spring. You're right. Elaine says this lavender just looks, that's why I thought lavender just spoke spring to me. And so now I'm going to, and these are going to be all quick cards today. Let's see. I would like to have my, let's see what I have or don't have. I'd like to have my glue dots on a roll.
Glue dots. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to go on a hunt for those?
I will.
Because then I don't have to keep moving this forward. It's not that this doesn't work, but
glue dots.
No, those things on a roll, and there will be some out in the other room. Yep. Or in the drawer, some all over. Okay. So this is my base. Oh, it's weird. This is fun. I can work. I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to have this kind of coming off from the side. Okay. And then let's see, I'm going to have this on here. And I think we'll pop this one up. Sure. So we'll add a couple of dots here. So you'll notice, like if we were using this in the retreat, there's just other things that you could use instead. So you don't need to worry about it. But I thought, but isn't that pretty? And then I'm going to put some of these. These are new embellishments. So let's see. Let's use, I'll just do one in the middle there. That just kind of sets it off. And then this is also one of, there are 2 different shapes of this sizes. One's short and then one's long in these dies. And I just love things like this because we'll use them all the time. Oh, good. But you did find them. And now I have mini glue dots. You'd think I'd be prepared, but I slid everything over because 5 projects is a lot. There are mini dimensionals. Did you see them?
Yes.
Oh, together we make a team. I told him, because we did several this week, he didn't have to stress over making a card, but he can be my sidekick like he always is and my finder. And he can make any comments. So Karen, or if he wants to take over a card, he can do that too.
Karen came to the table unprepared so she could make me feel helpful.
Useful, yes. I wanted him to feel useful.
Yes, and I feel useful.
Okay, now I think that's just, this is a circle card. Isn't that just a fun, springy card? And the paper that goes with it too is just absolutely stunning. Now, if you get the supply pack, you already get half a pack of the papers included. It's one of the items that just come.
I have an idea.
And then look at all the other colors you can add.
Let's create a new thing.
Uh-huh.
Stamping on a lazy Susan.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So, yeah. So anyway, this is bundle number 1. And of course, you guys, the community is what makes things fun. And at a retreat in my classes, I just say no more. It is the fun that we all have. So we appreciate that. But I think this is really fun. Rhonda says, Tim, you're always useful.
Oh, thank you.
So anyway, this is just a little inspiration for spring. So that's a great stamp set. The next bundle, and this is one we're also going to use on the retreat, is the ice cream with the punch. Now, if you make cards to give to kids or you stamp with kids, oh, what a great stamp set this is to use. And if you're new to stamping, punches are just such a great way to go. So we have really fun things planned for that retreat. And then this whole bundle is just pretty amazing. And I'm not exactly sure why I have all these on here. So I guess I don't need all this. I'm just, I'll park that. Because today we're just focused on the bundle. We keep changing, what we're doing. This is one of the papers. Look how cool this is. We've got, so this paper has a lot of things that you can fussy cut. So even if you don't get the punch, the paper itself just makes stunning cards. And look, there's the waffle cone on the back. So to just punch out of that paper gives you just great little cones. I actually use the stamp because we're using the stamp today, but either way works. And these are, I have a pretty clean table, but I don't know what I did. Oh, it's right here. I cleared too much off. Oh, Tim, what would I do without you?
Really?
I would be lost. Some interesting colors in this. You'll see Bermuda Bay here. And this is this Blackberry Bliss? I'm thinking. I can tell you. It's the ribbon. Let's see. Oh, no, I don't know. I don't know if that's the right ribbon. I don't know if it's the right color, but they all work. But how fun is this? Okay, and then I'm going to add this. And I'm not even using any words. I think that I meant to, but I forgot to do it ahead of time. And I like to do that part ahead of time. But I wanted to show you the choices here. Happy birthday. Thank you. You melt my heart. Treat yourself. You're so cool. And then under happy birthday, you could say with sprinkles on top. Hope it's sweet. Just really a cute set. Ooh, that's beautifully straight. Let's see if I can adjust that. And then all I'm going to do on this is build. Nisa says that we could clone Tim because he's just so helpful. But this is just to show how cute and simple a card can be. This is like a watercolor look. You'll see the cone, and now you'll see the ice cream. See how it just looks like watercolored? I don't know, but it looks yummy. So we're going to do a triple decker like this one down here.
That looks like Mickey Mouse.
Yes. And Tim doesn't even know that, but we are going to do a Mickey Mouse card out of this. As one of the cards on retreat. We're also going to do a shaker card with this set. There are just so many fun things we have planned with this set. Oh, on the retreat. And on the retreat, by the way.
The shaker card is a religious card?
Yeah. We have 4 classes. And during 3 of the classes, we make 5 cards. So we're making 15 cards. And then one of the cards, we make 2 gift ideas. So it's a lot of things that we make. But isn't that fun?
It is.
But, kids would just have fun doing this. And what's cool about the punch? You could punch this out and not even use the stamp, just the punch alone or the paper alone. There's just such a variety with this. So this is going to be a useful set. And if you notice, I think we're on a spring theme because ice cream, triple decker ice cream cone doesn't really fit the bill for me personally right now. I'd take mine in a dish with hot fudge. That would be good. But this definitely makes me think spring and summer. Oh, a rainbow cone. You know what's fun about this? If you were doing this for a kid or an adult and their favorite ice cream, you could make the ice cream into their favorite one. Wouldn't that be fun? Or a great thing. Nisa says she may change your mind about this set. Well, that's what I'm here to do. No. And I think if you put a little gift card in here for, you know, an ice cream shop, how cool is that? It's something to look forward to.
So what kind of ice cream is green?
Mint.
Oh,
I don't know. That was my kind. What did you think?
pistachio.
Oh, pistachio. Yep.
Is that mint color? I don't know.
Well, this isn't very minty, so it's that probably looks more like pistachio. But I think the variety of what you can do with this, it would also be fun to send in the winter. Say you have grandkids, this is what we should do. If you have grandkids that live far away, send them ice cream cones and say, when we come, we're taking you to the ice cream shop. You know, isn't that just kind of a fun, like a little coupon that this is what we're going to be doing. You know, we all need things to look forward to right now. So I'll let you move these off the table, but we'll leave the cards here so we can quick look them at the end. Pistachio mint, green tea green. Ooh, yeah. Another one. Okay, so here is another set that I just love, the Seashell Dies. Now, I haven't played with this a ton yet, but I do have. I made these cards for a card swap. So I thought, so I cut out some extras and thought, okay, we'll make one of these. So this is another simple layout for a card that that really, I don't know. And the celebration hasn't even started. I don't know what you guys are doing this evening. We're going to have just a quiet evening at home. That always sounds good to me. I always think holidays like New Year's Eve in particular is just a good day to stay off the road anyway. And this year, there won't be that many parties anyway. So this is a 4x4 piece of designer series paper, and this is from the Sand and Sea paper. So if you cut your paper 4x4s, this is a fun layout for it, and you just get a ton of cards. And then I'm going to put my words, happy birthday to my beautiful friend, right across the top of it. Let's see, I might want it, I'm going to go a little bit lower, but you know, you can make them each a little different. And then I have 3 of these, and they are die cuts. So let's see, I'm just going to arrange them. See, now you could tuck some inside. So I could do this and this and this. Oh, yes. So it's just a kind of a fun variety, or I could have this. Do you want one tucked inside, Tim?
Mm-hmm. I like that.
I should tuck one inside because
you can.
Because I can, and because the other ones I made don't have one tucked inside. So I think one of the fun things I would encourage people, if you are here, how about that?
Yes.
And it's going to
yes.
have that part over the end. When you just step out and you make one card, it's fun to make a few at the same time. And part of what makes that great is I think you start thinking of other possibilities. So like if you notice even here, now I've cut all these papers and I have this all done, but I can still even be thinking about, oh, how could I make them a little different? It just kind of gives you the freedom to do that. I'm going to put this on 2 of these. So it's a little, I'm going to do 3 of them. So it's a little bit popped up, but not as much as if it were on a real dimensional. Okay, and then I'm going to just show.
Open the other one.
Well, this one, the paper is just like that. I was just showing. Oh, but this one lost its thing. That really didn't mean, I guess I didn't attach that one. But I just wanted to show a couple of the papers in here because they're just stunning. I think they're, so yeah, this is the same card, although this just slid off. So I will fix that. Oh, and I added a little gem here. This is a new gem.
I think, actually, Karen, that's, you're just trying to be creative like me.
Well, maybe this is, yeah, someone is, when they come out walking, they're going to find that little one. So maybe it just belongs here. This is like a Tim card.
It is. Oh, it is. It is.
We can make a story in there. Someone says she'd never tuck anything in behind because it's too beautiful to see. Oh, but I am upside down again. Oh, we're learning. Oh, Tim. You got to watch me for that. I said, but I love this. I love that we can do it this way and not do upside down. Now I just have to remember it. But I just think this is such a fun set to work with, and gorgeous papers, fun stamp sets. And these words, some of these are like, love you to the beach and back. Friends are like seashells. You collect them along the way. You are unique and completely amazing. I'm so happy I found you. Those are just a few of the words. So I think that's a really fun set. Next, now we have a first-time watcher here. Naomi, thank you. We are thrilled to have you here. This is another set. I actually had a card made, and then I thought, no, that needs its own time because I had so many ideas to go with it. So I will do that in another Thursday Live. Today, I decided then we'll just do a quick card with it. But one thing I wanted to point out, this is actually the stamp. And then it's colored in. And notice now when we take it out.
What is that?
Well, I'm just going to do it this way.
Oh.
I tend to take my things to hold it. But isn't this cool? And then I'll pop these things out. And I will now have, this can stand alone, or you'll notice I can just cut through these and have all these separate little pieces to make separate little cards or to have them assorted. So this is fun. You get all this at one time. And we're going to do a bunch with this stamp set, probably 2 weeks from today, because I already have next week's planned. I'm on a roll with planning. It's because we have all this new stuff. And it's just so fun to play with it. I just don't know where to go first. So
you're not going to put this on anything?
Not today.
That is nice.
But isn't that just fun?
Yeah, it's great.
And you know what? I'm going to give Tim one of those. And so you're going to design a card. That's actually going to be for you. You're going to design whatever you want with that in 2 weeks. That'll be fun.
Okay.
So again, you can see I'm on a kind of a purple kick. We've got our gorgeous grape again. And this time I'm going to do a regular Z fold. Just fold it in half, fold it back again. And I'm using more of this free paper in the starter kit. And feel free to call me, message me, anything if you have questions about that and want to talk about that. I would love to chat with you. I just love these new papers. Now here, this one is the gorgeous grape. So it's from the Regals pack. This one, this maybe think a little bit like flowers, is from the Subtles pack, but they're all the same. So it's the Highland Heather. They just look so good together. So these papers are really fun. And only demonstrators and new demonstrators can get them. So here is my little way. Oh, and I usually put in, I forgot, I usually would take another side of this and put here to keep it going. So that's okay. You're not going to see the inside. Okay. And then I thought this was fun. This is also, so these are the dies. I love this. And look, we've got the notched corners. So this is just going to be so cool. And do you see how this just fits? So I put words on, and then this butterfly is also in here. So I am going to put this, let's see, I'll just put that on there. And then I'm going to put, and this isn't even stamped. It has all these lines and things are all just right from the die. And first I did this color and I didn't like it. I thought I had reversed. I had the light here because I kind of wanted, and I thought, no, I like the dark and dark. So this one will go inside. Yeah, because I don't want to say a lot in that card. So that'll be just fine. I'll add some paper. But I think, isn't that just pretty? And I love the fact that this and this and this whole thing are all included in this. And then a bunch of other dies. But it just gives you so much versatility. And
Floating and Fluttering, is that the one?
Floating and Fluttering, yes. So just a beautiful stamp set. And in 2 weeks, well, what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to show a whole bunch of different ways of coloring this because, you know, we've talked about different coloring techniques. So it'll be a technique thing that you could use on a lot of things, but this is just perfect for it.
This is paper that's already been colored. And you just...
this was stamped. I colored it with the stamps. Isn't that great? Oh. But that's why I just thought, and I couldn't draw. But anyway, so I think this is a great set. And I do love that you get all those pieces to run through. Okay, Tim is going to love this one. So is that 3? 4¼ by 11 is the size I'm using for this. You can do Z folds the other way too, and then you have a narrow strip, but it just depends on what you're going to accent with. So you'll see I'm using a lot of, so this is like 1 sheet of paper cut the long way, and this is what gives you, and so these cards both go like that, even though that one stands like that, that one stands like that. And then this one, oh, here's another long one. I just want to point out, it doesn't matter. This is paper cut the other way, but either way, when you fold these up, you see, it doesn't matter which way it's folded. You get 2 out of a sheet of cardstock. And I tend to grab whatever I have. Most cards that I make, it doesn't matter unless it's a Z fold, but I'll just grab whatever's handy or whatever I feel like cutting. But it doesn't matter because when they fold, they're the same size. It's just they're going to stand differently. But different, but the same. All right. In 2 weeks from today, because next week, do you want to know what I'm doing ahead? Next week, I am going to show 2 great ideas. If you want to spend $50 and get a free celebration set, what would be some fun choices? I'm trying to think of things that are useful and practical. Again, perfect for a new person or even for you. Or I love thinking in terms of $50 amounts during celebration, because that's when you get a free item. I think $50, when I do send out my card kits and stuff, that's always for a minimum $50 order. I think if you can budget like $50 a month, it's just pretty cool because you can have, you're always getting something new. I always say that that's just kind of a fun way of looking at it. Of course, if you're not on a budget, you can spend a whole lot more, but that's kind of what we're doing this. And I also love the thought that for $50, this is really my thought, you can get a variety of things to make a variety of things and be thrilled with what you make. So maybe it's a new craft you're going to take on, or you want to have something to take traveling. You're going to go visit people and you want to bring a set of things you can all work on. So it's going to be the idea of what you can get for $50 and then a variety of things that you could make just with that $50. So, and I always welcome other ideas for what you'd like me to do. So on Thursdays, I like it to be, we kind of do more of it's kind of like a class. So I do a variety of things. We just kind of pick a theme. Hydrangeas. I love hydrangeas and they're so full and gorgeous. Okay. Susan said that's what she does. $50 a month. Yeah. I think that's nice because you can kind of work that in and then plan ahead for what you need. Hot dog and hamburger cuts. And I should always know that Dottie was saying about this. This is the hot dog cut. Because, I'm famous for the hot dog with the explosion cards, the camping trip. So this would be the hot dog cut, and this would be the hamburger cut. I love that. Thank you. So, and can you believe it? I really, really am on a purple theme today. We've got Highland Heather back. Oh, that is funny. I didn't even realize because I didn't make all these cards this morning, which is unusual. Usually I do last minute. So I didn't even know. I just knew that I had 2 more sets I had to plan today. Okay, so this is fun. Okay, and now this, I love some of the words in here too. To an incredible woman, you're capable of amazing things. I appreciate all the little things you do. You make me smile. I love that one. And the world is better because of you.
Boy, there's a lot of things I could use to make cards for you on this.
Yes. You could do that. I won't stop you.
I love you.
And I love you. Thank you. Congrats. Some little teeny words. And look at, we have some little tiny, so you can give like a flower and put a little tag on it. And you could pick what you want to make for me, Tim, and what sentiment you want to put on there. You could either thank me or I love you or congratulate me or with love for you. Look at all those fun choices.
Fit them all in there.
And if you have hydrangeas in your garden, can you imagine cutting some in a vase and giving to somebody and having a lovely card to go with it? Oh, anyway, this is really cool. And it has gorgeous papers. So we're using one of the papers from here. And let me see. I don't know what I had a plan for this. This is one I made quite a while ago. I didn't make it. I cut it thinking, okay. So for this, I thought this is really a cool die. Oh yeah, and Nancy says you can also purchase a 1-year subscription to Paper Pumpkin or 3 or 6 months, and then also get a free celebration item. That is another good way to look at things. And then you always have those. Look at this cool die. Do you see how it's pierced, not cut out, but we have all of these little things, and I could make them stand up even more. But this is good for now. It gives you the idea. And you'll notice there are stamps for this, but this is one of the papers. I just put the die, this die, on the paper to build my, to do my little blossom today. And I thought, I just love that. Oh, I think I was going to do it this way. And I think, yeah, I'll just show. See, look how, I'm just going to pop one out here. See, you could make them stand out as much as you want. Isn't that fun? So it looks very three-dimensional. And I think this is what I had in mind. Yeah, I think this is what I had in mind. This was going to be on the bottom. This was going to go around it. So you know what? We're just going to play. Normally, I would do my ribbon around this part so that it's not showing in the inside. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. So let's do a little bow tying here, or knot tying. I don't do bows unless I need to. This is the best knot thing. And my number one tip here is to leave your ribbon on the roll instead of trying to cut it off. So I'm just going to kind of figure out what I need. I'm giving myself extra here. But you can see then when I cut the other off, I'm not wasting a bunch of ribbon. Okay. So I'm right-handed. So I'm going to be doing this right-handed. I'm going to just put this under. And then I'm going to stop. I'm going to put my finger there. And when I come in to do this the next time, I'm going to just hold this. I'm not going to pull with my right hand. Watch my left hand. Do you see as that pulls in? And it just gives a nice, pretty, and then at the end I can do that. But look how you get a nice, pretty ribbon there. That's another Thursday I want to do sometime. A whole bunch of different ways to
tie purple ribbons.
To tie purple ribbons, but to work with ribbons on your cards. I'm not a huge ribbon person, but I do love different ways that you can add it. So sometimes it's just perfect. And I thought we could do a whole thing on just different ways of doing it because I love how it can be an accent. But I don't put ribbon on lots of my cards. But I could.
Always wears ribbons in her hair.
That's right. See, and then I haven't wasted the only amount of ribbon it's going to waste is this little bit that I'm going to cut off here.
And that's not much.
Yeah, I think just different ways of tying them and then also different ways of accenting them because there are other things that I love to do with ribbons that aren't necessarily tying knots. So maybe,
that stuff then?
Okay, then I'm going to add this. Yeah, I guess I'm not finished. Okay, I got to slide this over. This is also a lesson, and you know how you think of some things that are going to work in your mind, and then you bring them out and they don't really work. So, okay, this will work. It's a good thing I could just slide that around, isn't it? And I hadn't put it on in a way that I couldn't. This is one of the stitched rectangles, which is another die that I love. And, you know, I've said this before, when I do a bunch of dies, including like when I cut out these, I'll do a few extra. Even if it's just a couple extra, but then I have them in my little bin when I'm playing around with card ideas, I can pull something out. Then if I want to make a bunch, I'll know what I'm going to get to go do the other. I'd like that.
That's cute.
Another pretty spring card. So I'll add this in. And I still could go under here and lift them more, but you guys have the idea. And I just think that is such a lovely die, how they pop up like that. Isn't that pretty? Did I do 5? Let's see, we have 2. Oh, look at this. 3. I could have called this the purple day. We did 3 purple cards and I had no idea. That's what's so funny about it. You'd think I was on a theme. And these. So that was the thing. You know, usually on Thursdays, we do start with all the reader's mail. And that's what we've saved for tomorrow. So today's actually a little shorter because there's so much. I told Karen,
I said it would have taken the whole time.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been able to make anything else.
And I don't like to rush to those. So do you want to stop? No. And we thought, and what a better way to start the new year just by kind of enjoying that. So wonderful. Thanks, you guys, for watching. And let me know. So these are ideas for as you're thinking ahead about what you might want to order on Tuesday. Keep in mind, if you are in the All Good Cards Club or want to be, or want to take a class on the blending brushes that's coming up, you're going to put that on your first order if you don't already have some. And other than that, these cool, fun things.
And remember, you make me smile.
See you guys tomorrow and have a wonderful New Year's Eve, however you
Yes.
spend it.
Be safe.
Bye.
See you next year.